Hi, I'm meteorologist Ellen Bacca. I wanted to show you what we're kind of looking at for the day today. Throughout the day, we've been tracking some of that light to moderate rainfall. And if we take a look at it here, you can see that first big band that passed through overnight. Most of that was pretty scattered when it rolled through eastern Carolina, but now that it's kind of gone over the ocean and the Gulf Stream, it's re-intensified and soaked up a lot of that heat and a lot of that moisture, keeping it going. If you take a look, you can see that we have more showers kind of moving through Fayetteville, up through Kinston at this hour. And none of these have lightning in them. In fact, they're just those kind of light to moderate rain showers that sometimes pop up when we have a lot of hot and humid air coming up from the southwest. And that's exactly what's happening. Another thing that I want to point out is if we take a look at our satellite and radar, you can see that we're starting to see a little bit of that clearing in the cloud cover. The green and the yellow here is the rain. The white is monitoring the clouds. And where we have that break in the cloud cover, that's really going to help to boost our temperatures here because all day we've been warmer than average. And once we get a little bit of that sunlight, a little bit of that diurnal heating, that'll really bump us up fast. So it's still pretty likely that we should be in the 60s today. And when we get a little bit more of that heat added to this system, it's no surprise that we're going to have more showers roll through later on tonight. In fact, you can already see them kind of forming right behind some of that sunlight there. So that's what we've got in the short term. And in terms of the long term, this is what we're seeing. We have a high pressure system just off of the coast here, and high pressure systems spin in a clockwise way. Basically, this morning it was pretty cool because we could see a lot of the humid air at the surface being pushed onshore because of this high pressure system. And then aloft, when we were tracking those showers, you could see them moving in from the west to the east. And that's because we do have a storm system that's been moving on over for several days. Started in Arizona, gave them their first winter storm of the season, intensified after it went over Colorado, and now it's kind of over the Midwest. Gave Minnesota a hard time too, actually, a lot of ice associated with it. We put this into motion here. You can see that our high pressure system is going to leave, but until then, we're still getting all that southwesterly flow, and so, again, no surprise that we're going to see some of those showers pop on up. All right, if we stop here around Monday morning, expect rain Monday morning, by the way. We're going to be starting to see a secondary storm system kind of link on to the first one that we already had. And that's going to help to pull up some stronger storms as we get into Monday afternoon. So all this time we've just been experiencing the light rain, but once we actually see this cold front roll through, that could be enough to spark a few of those convective showers that give us thunder and lightning. So it'll be kind of cool. We'll have to watch Monday afternoon and Monday night to see if we can see any lightning and hear any thunder, even though it's December. All right, then that storm system continues to track on out, and we should clear out for our Tuesday. Wanted to show you what we're looking at in terms of forecast models. Right now, this is called vorticity. Vorticity is a measure of spin in the atmosphere, and every time we have vorticity, it really helps to kick up storms or sustain them. So if we take a look, all these little bullseyes here are vorticity, anytime you see these blotches of color. So you can see our first storm system here, the one that's been giving us all that trouble. It formed over in Arizona and tracked on through. Now it's kind of all the way up in the Midwest area. This secondary one here is going to kind of reform, and that's going to be the one that brings us through some thunderstorms as we go through. So this is what it looks like as we step through time. You can see it strengthening there, deepening over the Mississippi River Valley. And then as it gets closer to us, this is Monday night into Tuesday, even though it's not, there we go, directly over North Carolina, it's still going to be enough to kind of spark some things for us. So, again, this is Monday into Tuesday with that little batch of vorticity, and that's what we're keeping our eye on. As we go just a little bit farther out into Tuesday, wanted to show you something. Notice that we have more vorticity that kind of wants to join on, and it almost looks even stronger than the one that we just saw. But Tuesday, it's looking like we should be partly cloudy to clear, and that's because if we step down and look at the moisture just a little bit farther down in the atmosphere, you'll notice we have no green over North Carolina. Let me see if I can try to point to North Carolina without it jumbling all over here. So this is North Carolina right here. Notice we're pretty dry at 700 millibars, none of that green. So even though we have a lot of that spin, which usually helps, we won't have any moisture to sustain anything. Last thing that we're looking at is the jet stream. If we step it through time here, you can see our jet stream helping to fuel the fire for Monday and then getting out of our hair for Tuesday. Then notice this bow here that's over Texas and Colorado and Wyoming. That's going to keep coming towards us, and it's going to get here towards Wednesday into Thursday. When we get these bows in the jet stream, that helps to bring up more of that warm air. So we'll actually see a little bit more of a warming trend by the time we get to Thursday again. Shouldn't stay too cold for this week. All right, hopefully that wasn't too confusing. It was kind of hard to jumble around without it moving on me. All right, this is your forecast in terms of numbers. Today we'll continue to see those light scattered showers, no lightning. Monday, when that cold front comes through, should be enough of a kick to give us some thunderstorms. I'll be listening really closely. Once we get to Tuesday, we should clear out, maybe a couple lingering showers in the early morning, but it's looking like we should wrap in some dry air pretty quickly. Wednesday and Thursday, you can see Wednesday we get that shot of cool air, but then Thursday, that warming trend I was just showing you with the jet stream bowing like that, it kicks in fast. Friday, we have another system roll through. It'll be a pretty quick mover. That could give us some showers, drop us back into the 50s, and then Saturday, 52 degrees. All right, so that's what we have on tap for you. That's what we're tracking. And we're also having some fun looking at the climatology and starting to kind of keep our eye on Christmas. So you want to stay tuned for future updates, and we'll have details on that for you.